Do it right now. Predict the Raiders' record in 2022 because coming up here on today's show, I am going to be going through. Raider Nation, what is going on? You guys get back.
And it's the Pistons to start out. And we're in the middle of the season, Clark. Some teams that exceeded early expectations are starting to believe.
And that confidence is self-perpetuating. Again, you have success, it breeds more success because you have some confidence. And I'll tell you what, it's a pretty good feeling when you prove the doubters wrong as a team.
Now here's Ball. Taking command on offense when they need it. Putting up 21 a game. And the basket by Bridges.
You can see the work being put in on that particular shot for Bridges, and his confidence as a result is continuing to grow.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that?
And guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Harrell against Stewart. Ball passes to Bridges. Off target from outside. And here are the Pistons. They defeated Milwaukee in their last game.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in it.
All right. Look who's coming to the court. Come on and get ready for your Honeybees. All right, fans. That was your Honeybees.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Hayward, the pass to Rozier. Harrell, a screen on Jackson. Here's Rozier. Rebound Detroit.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish it tight. That's a miss they can live with.
And here's Bryant outside. And the Pistons, another three.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Ball. Coming off a 28-point game against Washington.
And not just scoring. He was a terror defensively. Active hands disrupting offensive sets time and again.
Outside Bagley. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by Hayward. The Hornets have gone 2 of 4 so far. Ball left side. Nails it from 3. Ball's got 5 points.
Well, nice vision that time from the point guard. Rozier's responsibility is to know when his teammate is open and get the ball there.
One thing you can give Terry Rozier credit for are those fast hands. You must keep the ball locked up when he's around because he's always hunting for his next steal.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Ball passes to Harrell. Back to Ball. It It's good, and the sweet setup from Harold. He has 7, and Rozier's quickness as a defender does much more than just create turnovers.
Yeah, he's tough to shake off when he's covering you. I mean, he puts constant pressure on the shooters and doesn't allow them to take comfortable shots.
Back to Bay. Fires the 3. And again, the Pistons missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Hayward, the pass to Ball. Here's Bridges. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Boy, look how easily Bridges shoots through the contact there. I mean, his mechanics are strong, as is his body.
And here's Bryant outside, and he can't get that one. And Charlotte going the other way now. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
They ran away with this season series last year. It was one of the few teams they could beat.
And I think that... team. And this is really one matchup they feel very confident with.
Detroit calls.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. And here's Bryant outside. Sinks it from distance.
It's obvious he's taking it upon himself to try and keep them alive.
3.
Out to Hayward for 3. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
I just love the ball move.
To the paint. Back to Bryant. Pass to Jackson. Bryant against Ball. Bryant, the pass to Bagley. Clock at 6. And Bryant the bucket on the assist from Bagley. Bryant's got 14 points for the game.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And that one's good. Stewart's got his second basket of the night.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Hey guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Now here's Hayward. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. There's Jackson with the 3. That one's good. And the assist to Bryant.
Oh, neither of these teams can miss. At the same time, neither is playing a ton of defense either.
Here's Ball. Got a piece of it. Ball against Bryant. Drives to the hoop. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Look at what he's doing here, and it's hard to imagine him playing much better.
Well, that might be fair, but I wouldn't want to take away from what he did in that last game. I mean,
It's not the version that they're going to practice.
All right, fans. That was your honeybee.
Here's Bridges. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Pass to Hayward. Six on the shot clock. Outside for Rozier. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. Here's Jackson. Bryant outside. And Harold comes to help. To the inside. Here's Jackson. Soft touch off the glass. Jackson's got 5.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Bryant with it. Now guarded by Rozier. And Bryant, here we go. Inside. Here's Bagley. The rebound by Bridges.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. Very few guys throw it down with as much force as Harold does. That's a dynamic play above the rim.
Washington's checked in for Charlotte. Oubre comes in for Rozier. And a switch here also for Detroit. Grant's checked in for Bagley.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play, and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that guy. And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Ball with it. Now guarded by Bryant. Ball no good. The Pistons leading. It's Bryant with a drive. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Now here's Bryant. Playing Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
And coach doesn't like it.
Isaiah Stewart. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
The previous
At the line for your Hornets.
After the video review,
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls.
Taking 2 shots.
And they've made their decision. The call.
This shot does not count. Detroit
Team is all the floor. Done better elsewhere.
Your Honeybee.
No, you can't, but I'll tell you what, you also have to remember that Marquise Hollywood Brown, the Cardinals went out and made that big move, and the reason why I think you got to remember about that, Kyler Murray and Marquise Hollywood Brown played together in Oklahoma.
All fans, that was your Honeybee. Make some noise.
I know that what we saw on draft day, Marquise Brown is very happy about being in Arizona. I know Kyler.
The wisdom of a 10-year vet, and he produces in every area.
That one's no good.
you look back at the 2014 NBA draft, some of the best players of that class were second-round picks, including Jeremy Grant. Becoming a premier two-way wing, Grant was a steal going 39th overall to Philly. Ooh, what a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Here's Bryant. That one doesn't drop. Ooh, good D by Plumlee. In addition to Jeremy Grant, there were a bunch of great selections in that 2014 second round.
Tell me about it. I mean, how about all-star Nikola Jokic? Probably the best player in the draft was a second-rounder. Throw in Joe Harris, Spencer Dinwiddie, Jordan Clarkson, Dwight Powell, amongst the others. I mean, just showing that you can find talent late in drafts.
And that's out of bounds.
Reed to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Now here's Oubre. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Wizards in Washington.
And he did his part from the line. Drew fouls and made them count.
Ball against Bryant. Just 5 to shoot, and Ball gets it to go. Ball's got 15 points.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Bryant, the pass to Olynyk. Back to Bryant. Diallo outside. Back to Bryant. Over Ball. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Plumlee a screen. And he lobs it up top.
All you got to do is get open, and Ball's handling the rock. He's going to find you. Melo's got incredible passing ability.
It's Bryant with a drive. Ooh, excellent D there from Ball. Charlotte trailing.
With the assist.
From behind the arc. They get it back. Plumlee. He goes up again.
Jeremy Grant. That's his first personal foul.
Tennessee, you know, they like to be able to squeeze the ball into into little windows, and you know that's a good thing and a bad thing at times. But
enjoy every second of this, MP. You'll never see
A scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range to this point. Always nice to start out like that.
You know, we've seen them bearing their fair share of mid-range jumpers tonight, too. I mean, that's a good start for them.
Hayward and Bridges at the small and power forward spots. Terry Rozier is out there with Kelly Oubre. And it's Harrell in at the center position. That's the Hornets 5. Now here's Oubre, making a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game. Yep, that one's good.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
Rozier, the pass to Hayward. Here's Oubre. That's in. Coming off an assist from Hayward. Oubre's got 5.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now here's Bryant. He's got 22. Sends it home from three-point land. 5 points in the game.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Pass to Jackson. Let's go with a 3. And the Pistons, another 3.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Hi, guys. Well, Big Daddy in the last game against the Bucks was a man on a mission. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and his passing was the story of that one, creating for others. He put up significant numbers. So the question becomes, can he do it again?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Now here is Harrell. 7 points in the game. Here's Oubre on the take, and it's Bagley with a rebound. Bagley's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Bryant. Hey, from long range. That one's good. And the assist to Bryant. Bryant's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. And stolen by Bagley. Here's Bryant inside. Pounded by Rozier. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far. And when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Now a timeout.
They did, and they bring in Russell Wilson.
To a double-double any night. Plays with just an infectious energy, too.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Hayward, the pass to Rozier.
That dude was getting away from Chandler? No, no, no.
To win the run. And it's Hayward getting it to go. Hayward's got 5. When it comes to Bagley, one question mark I have is his health. And if he might be injury-prone, Grant.
Well, the good news, B.A., for him is that he's young. Hopefully he's able to shake off these nagging injuries. Let's face it, the more he's on the court, the more confidence he'll gain.
Here's Rozier. The Pistons getting their last shot to go.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
And Bryant, here we go. It's not going to go for him. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Defeated by Washington in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defense.
Hornets foul call.
Prominence. Grant, that shot wasn't a big part of your game until later in your career. Why was that something you waited to develop?
Well, over the years, the game had changed during my career. Early on, I didn't need it as much in terms of how I played. But at the end of my career, in more of a complementary role, I had to be able to knock down three-pointers, and I did a pretty good job.
Now here's Rozier. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Wizards in Washington. Bryant against Rozier. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Here's Rozier. Got a hand on it. Hayward against Bay. Bryant outside. Outside for Bay. Back to Bryant. 6 to shoot. Fires from 14. And again, it's Detroit.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
Bridges, a screen on Bryant. Rozier, the pass to Bridges. Back to Rozier. And in 7 attempts, he's drained 3.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Bridges on the assist.
Oh, denied by Harrell.
You know, when Harrell does a good job with his positioning defensively, he can block some shots. Solid job right there.
Here's Bryant. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Harrell the screen. Rozier with it. Check by Bagley. Here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Boy, really like seeing Bridges get up for these throwdowns, boy. Yeah, he's pretty creative for a young guy.
And here's Bryant outside. Another 3 for Detroit.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Now here's Rozier. He's got 6. Into the lane for 3. Bridges knocks it down from distance. Bridges has got 10 points.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind.
And again.
Once again, he's reached the 40-point mark as there has been no slowing him down this year.
And with all these 40-point performances, he is close to matching the mark for 3rd most 40-point games in a single year. Rozier finds Bridges. Hayward with it. Outside Oubre. Shot clock at 6. And he drives in. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And that one's good. Stewart.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less. It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
Bryant against Harrell. Bryant, the pass to Jackson. Now here's Bryant. Back to Bay. Lets it go from deep. Another 3 for Detroit.
Oh, he's really showing off now. The threes keep falling with no signs of slowing down.
Oubre passes to Rozier. Here's Harrell. Will it go? And the layup is good. He's got 11.
Yeah, the inside game of Harrell is very impressive. I mean, he does a nice job of finding seams and cracks to get his work done inside.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
And he's going to the line for 2.
You're right, Rob. Good call.
Jackson has his first personal foul and the 3rd team foul. At the line for Charlotte, Terry Rozier.
Love about Terry Rozier, Clark. He's a certified bucket getter.
I agree with you. I mean, he is a bucket waiting to happen. He's aggressive, he's confident, and he's become more efficient in the last couple of seasons.
Now here's Bryant.
Mason.
He's got 42. And there's the call on Mason Plumlee. That's his first foul of the game.
he didn't have his feet planted.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Martin, he's checked in for Charlotte. Ball comes in for Rozier. Now here's Ball. 17 points in the game. To the middle. It's tipped and stolen by Diallo. And now the Pistons in transition. And here's Grant from the arc. On target from range. Grant's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, I tell you, I like the fact that Grant is selective in the shots that he takes. He's looking for quality. If he senses the defense is playing off him, as the pass is coming to him, he's prepared. He's getting shot ready as the pass is in the air.
Now here's Washington. Looking for his first basket, still in this one.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Grant. Ooh, Washington with the defensive effort.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
I'll tell you what, the competitive spirit of Ball, I absolutely love it. This guy is relentless.
Screen by Olynyk. Bryant, pass to Olynyk. And another dime for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Martin takes it in and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Pass to Bryant. And here's Olynyk. 17-foot shot on the way. Back to Bryant. Six to shoot. From deep. That shot off the mark. And Charlotte going the other way now. Here's Ball. And the layup is good off the glass. Ball's got 21 points in the game.
Well, he's an incredible ball handler. At 6'7", LaMelo can get space for his shot practically anytime he wants to.
The ball's knocked loose. Olynyk passes to Diallo. Bryant outside. To the inside. Grant outside. Pass to Bryant. Now here's Diallo. He tries for three. Plumlee pulls down the board. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Ball. And here are the Hornets with another bucket.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And Grant gets it to go.
Jeremy.
And for Charlotte, their shooting has been great. 57% and finding ways to score consistently. Here's Washington. And rejected.
Superb focus from Grant that time defensively, protecting the rim, keeping his eyes on the ball so he could anticipate that shot.
And the third team foul.
He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him.
With the score, here Hornets 72, the Pistons 94.
You're a little bit rusty, work on some things you might have had time to work on before, and now, oh, by the way, you're at Allegiant Stadium as well.
And you're taking on the Houston Texans team that, don't get deceived by that record.
No, not at all, not at all.
Is a good football team, and a football team that is very interesting. Right? You're going to roll in with Davis Mills, who, according to some of our fantastic prep staff, the second highest quarterback rating.
A difficult situation for Charlotte, setting the floor for the Pistons. We've got Isaiah Stewart. Marvin Bagley is out there with Sadiq Bey. Then it's Jackson, and it's Bryant in at the point guard position.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Detroit foul call. Frank Jackson. That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
Bridges passes to Harrell. Now here's Ball, covered by Bryant. Ball against Bryant. And it's Ball off the drive. Oh, can't finish the one-handed jam. From deep three-point range. Bryant, no good. So it's the Hornets now. Out to Bridges. Jacks up a three. And it's Bagley with a rebound. Bagley's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Jackson. And here's Bryant outside. Yes! And a nice assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Now here's Rozier. Give him 8. And yep, it's good. Rozier's got 10 points.
I'll tell you what, Rozier is a guy who doesn't back down. As a matter of fact, this guy will take a hit and keep on ticking.
Ball with a steal. Out on his own on the break. Out of bounds as Charlotte keeps possession.
Charlotte ball.
Love those fast hands. Y'all got this.
Here's Rozier. He's got 10. Bridges against Bryant. Outside for Bay. Back to Bryant. Pass to Bay. Launches a 3. Another possession. Another assist. That's another dime from him.
He's tallying them up fast, B.A.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up.
Isaiah Stewart. That's his 4th personal foul. 2nd team foul.
Both free throws good from Rozier. The Pistons have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the 3rd. On the wing, Bay. 4-3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Bridges has got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Ball. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the 2nd half. And he lobs it up. 6 on the shot clock. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. They grab their own miss. That one goes. Counted. Bryant's got 47 points.
Boy, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
This is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
And here's Bryant outside. Again! What an avalanche!
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Rozier against Jackson. Harrell, a screen on Jackson. Pass to Ball. Fires for 3. And the Hornets, another 3.
He's done everything he can to give them a lift tonight, but it hasn't been enough.
Bryant on the drive. Outside for Bay. The 3 is up. Here's Stewart. And he was fouled while in the...
Charlotte, Miles Bridges. That's his 1st personal foul. 1st team foul.
Those free throws.
The Hornets making a switch here. Oubre's checked in.
No, it really is.
The Hornets have gone 4 of 8 in the 3rd. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, there's an annual survey of NBA executives. Going into last season, the Pistons were selected for worst offseason. But with the promise of their young players, guys, some optimism that the rebuild in the Motor City is off to a strong start.
Physical, defensive-minded, Allie. That's Detroit basketball, isn't it? And it's the Hornets with the ball. The Pistons getting their last shot to go. Ball against Stewart. Clock at 6. Here's Harrell. And it's Charlotte with another.
You know, I'd like to see more of this from Harrell, expanding his touch a little bit. Nice work that time. Montrezl Harrell, like a lot of second-round picks, carries an attitude edge in how they go after the game that serves him well. He had to fight for minutes early in his career, and he's earned his way.
Oubre with it. Now guarded by Bryant to the paint. And that one is hammered home.
That's serving it up on the platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
Ball against finds Bryant. From about 16. Oh, another one falls.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Ball against Stewart. Ball no good. And even now, after solidifying his place, remember, he won the 2020 Sixth Man of the Year award. Clark, I don't see his disposition changing that much.
I agree with you, B.A. I mean, he's still chippy as ever, and he's got that edge. It didn't help that the Clippers moved on from him the very summer he won that award you just mentioned.
Now here's Ball. He's got 31.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
Here's Bagley. Stolen by Bridges. Pass to Oubre. The kick out to Ball. Takes the three. Rebounded by the Pistons. Bagley's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Jackson on the wing, beyond the arc, and again, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
He's doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Oubre with room to shoot, and they cash it in right away with a quick shot. Oubre's got 9.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive to me.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Detroit.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
I'll tell you something else. The points they've scored on the fast break tonight have been a major factor.
And the Pistons making a change here. Olenek's checked in for Stewart. Grant comes in for Bagley. Diallo's checked in for Bay. And Joseph is subbed in for Jackson. Now here's Oubre. He's got 9.
Foul call. Kelly Olynyk adds his first personal foul and the 3rd
last season. But still, he was looking for a payday in free agency. They took a short deal with the Hornets to re-up his value.
Well, Grant, it seems like each year playing the NBA becomes a little more wide open and a little less physical.
Yeah, it's definitely changed, B.A., what you look for in a player today. Now, if you're overly aggressive, you always will be in foul trouble and of little use to your team. So being able to control your aggression is how you survive in today's game.
McDaniels has checked in for LaMelo Ball.
Team foul. Now, into the lineup for your Hornets, Jalen McDaniels.
It's McDaniels on the wing. The 3 is up. The Pistons clear it.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Pure from 3-point range.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Lots of room. And the bucket is good. McDaniels got 5 now. Pistons shooting has been tremendous. 63% for the game and scoring with confidence. Bryant from deep 3-point land. Olynyk finds Bryant. Launches it.
No doubt about it. And that's what they're expecting.
Shot clock at 5. Good. He hits again.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition.
Hamidou Diallo adds his first personal foul.
Rhythm from the line as they try to cut into this deficit.
So hits 1 and misses 1 at the line.
Finally getting himself to the free throw line. He was sitting back in the first half with no free throws to show for it.
Bryant from deep 3-point land. And the Pistons, another 3.
Are you serious? I mean, he made the defender look silly right there. Just an epic move.
With the 7-footer, tipped. From deep, hits yet again. Wow! 71 points and no end in sight.
He's in the zone. The defense looks helpless.
limiting the thing. Right.
Here's Martin. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. To the wing, right side. And he got the whistle on the wing.
Jeremy Grant. That's his second personal foul. Team is in the
Washington got his man in an awkward position and then drew the foul. You know, P.J. Washington is very impressive. This young man hit the ground running when he stepped into the league back in 19. His debut performance, about 27 points and an NBA record for made three-pointers in his debut.
Now here's Oubre. He's got 11. Shrugs off the contact and dunks it home.
Terrific work to stay in control and finish.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Well, when you talk about P.J. Washington getting off to a strong start, you also have to look at his defensive performance.
I agree, B.A. I mean, two-way player definitely is P.J. Washington. Excellent instincts, and he's continued to impress as a shot blocker.
Pass to Martin. Back to Plumlee. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
2 minutes.
Bryant from deep three-point land. And they call over the back here. Too much.
In week 12 and 13. Yeah. So, you know, the Raiders saw the Chargers week 1. They saw the Broncos week 4. So this Broncos team in week 11 is going to be a lot different. Very, very different. You know what I mean? I mentioned before, hey, is Russell Wilson and everyone going to be on the same page? By week 11, they'll be on the same page. 100%. You know what I mean? And for a long time, they've been on the same page.
And we talked about Kansas City being a tough place to play. Same goes for Denver. Yes. That is not an easy place to play. Taking out the elevation aside, I mean, those fans are loud, they are passionate, they do not like the Raiders. So it is going to be a great kind of throwback AFC.
I talked to Chop off. I'm about to know this Chico's kid, bro. Where this? I'm right there, so I'll be a position. I made about 10 of these in a row. Sure. It's a year or two, but going out for this. I had to take over at this point. So yeah, that one there. Boom. That one there. Boom. Crossed his head. One of these bitch ass ones there. I kept passing out on it on accident. And I just crossed him. I'm like, hey, what's this? No. What are you? I ain't telling you. One of them I kept accidentally passing on it. Yeah, she got it. One of these I just kept passing on it. This one? It was.
That's his third personal foul.
Yep.
At the line for Charlotte.
The ball, that just wasn't a smart foul.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Pistons shooting an insane 65%. Just terrific. Bryant from deep three-point land.
Huge mystery. I mean, you can make the argument they're the biggest mystery as we record this on May 12th. The biggest mystery in the NFL.
Right, and the thing about it is mysteries are kind of scary when they're a Seahawks. Tight team because you know
an absolute bomb from three-point range.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Washington, rebounded by Joseph. And here's Detroit. 1:19 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Yet another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
I mean, keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates, incredible.
You know, Washington brings terrific strength to his inside game. He plays with quite a bit of force and fought his way into that shot. You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Pass to Plumlee. Outside Oubre. Offline with
loud and proud, and man, I'll tell you, outside of what, Texas A&M, I mean, they're probably one of the biggest 12s in the country.
And let me tell you this, we've talked about this before. My wife's family's from Seattle, big Seahawks fans, and I can guarantee you that it's going to be nasty. Late November, but it's going to be rainy, it's going to be cold, it is going to be a not pleasant place to be. And when those games, you have those games, you need to be able to run the football. Right. You have to do it. I mean, you have to figure out a way to control the line of scrimmage because, hey, if the winds and the rains dictate that you're not throwing the ball 40 yards down the field, you have to be.
It doesn't matter who shoots. I got what could go to. It's the same shit. It doesn't matter what.
Excellent at adjusting on the fly.
But that's how it is.
It's funny because everything I've learned about Josh McDaniels, he doesn't adjust game to game. He adjusts like quarter to quarter, drive to drive, play to play. I mean, he's really good, as you mentioned. I think that's one of his strongest suits is that he's able to adjust.
I did the same move, but
okay, well, let's get to the locker room, figure it out. Got to go back to the second half. He can adjust as it needs to be adjusted, and in that game in Seattle, it's tough because there have to be adjustments early.
And we talk about going to Seattle Week 12. At this
point,
they
finally stopped me.
The mystery that are the Seahawks. Who's going to be under center? Right? Is it
30%?
Geno? Is it a player to be named later?
Right.
I mean, like you just have no idea. But you look at it, and if it is Drew Lock, who was part of that Russell Wilson trade, Drew Lock, not the greatest success against the Silver and Black historically.
The three.
After connecting on one three-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Bryant, the pass to Diallo. Back to Bryant. Now Diallo. Bryant finds Diallo. From deep three-point range. Bryant, no good.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Pass to Oubre. The floater, and he lays it in. Oubre's got 8 here in this quarter.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
As we conclude the third.
The third quarter with the score, here Look at this to the court. Come on and get loud. The point.
This is every game in the NFL is a challenge. Every game is a battle. You have to respect every single one. But you just look at the way the calendar shakes out now for the Raiders, beginning week 13, welcoming the Los Angeles Chargers to the Week Stadium. This is where it begins. Yes. This is where, okay, time to put your big boy pants on. Let's figure out who we are in 2022. But I think you begin this incredibly challenging month or so welcoming Justin Herbert and the Chargers to the league. And you are going to need that fan base, man. You are going to need that big sweat at the 125 kickoff.
Right, exactly. And the thing about it is, we always talk about it's nice to win games in September, October, and November, but it's about and December is kicking off, as you mentioned, with a gauntlet. And so the Raiders are going to have their work cut out for them. Every single team that they're going to face is a really good team that's expecting to go to the playoffs and make a deep run. So, yeah, man, this is where, like you said, you tighten up the belt strap, you get the bed maybe a little bit earlier. You take a little bit more vitamin water, whatever the case may be, whatever you're doing, you've got to do what you got to do because this is going to be that stretch. And you talk about
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the ball game.
Whenever these two teams get together,
we'd like to thank everyone for coming out and supporting your
team. If I was an objective non-Raiders fan, if I was a fan of the team match, I would circle the 2 times the Raiders play the Chargers because something crazy is going to happen. Right. And it's one of those matches, and we're looking at the highlights from last year. I mean, that was 2. I've seen a lot of football. You and I have been incredibly fortunate. We've seen a lot of football. I have never seen a game like that before.
No, what that felt like was one of those heavyweight fights. We see them in Las Vegas all the time, right? Where they just stand in the middle of the ring and slug it out. That's what it felt like. The Chargers and the Raiders were slugging it out week 18, and that's what you expect when you have the Raiders and the Chargers going up against. You want to see a slugfest. They absolutely saw it. Herbert comes out, makes an incredible play. Derek comes out, makes an incredible play. Herbert's back out. Derek's back out. Boom, boom, boom. One shot that you think's a body blow.
And that tells you all you need to right there. That post-game reaction from Derek.
Yes.
That tells you every